Hello and welcome to April's studio vlog. What you see right now is me putting up a collection of artworks that people have gifted to me, as well as some artworks of my own just to decorate my art studio space. In this video, you will see me working on a new illustration, some new lino cuts, stamping and making some new hoodies, and ultimately preparing for my vintage barn market, which took up the last weekend in my month. I hope you enjoy watching what I got up to this past month in my art studio. I completely forgot that linocuts print backwards, so I will have to do this one again. Whoops. At least the bird turned out pretty cute. Very pleased with that one. I even tried to not be as precise with them, like not fully carving out the white spaces. I wanted them to bring up some of these black bits as well that you see kind of filtering through. So I'm very, very happy with how these turned out. I love how her dress turned out. It looks very woodcut-ish, which is what I intended. Her face is very clear, which I'm very happy with. My only concern is the halberd here, but I think it's clear. I like how these three go together quite a lot. So I just need to redo my nameplate and then I can get into stamping hoodies. For the past week, I have been hand carving new linocuts with the intention of putting them on some new hoodies to sell at my upcoming vintage barn market. Since the fall, I have been collecting a handful of vintage doilies to hand sew onto these hoodies as well, and now it's all finally coming together and I have made 4 hoodies and 2 baby tees. And I wanted to give you a little tour of all the ones that I have made before I pack them up for my market this weekend. The first one that I ended up printing was kind of a test print, and I put it on a thrifted sweater with the intention of selling it, but I fell in love with it and now I don't think I can sell it. I've never printed on any garments that aren't black before, but I am so happy with how this one turned out. I'm going to try and source a bunch more brown or like tan sweaters like this so that I can actually make them to sell in the future. And I stamped all the way down the sleeves as well. Yeah, so this one I think is mine. Next, I thrifted a zip-up hoodie that I sewed one doily on the heart side, and I stamped some tile designs down the sleeves. And then on the back, I have this. This one's really cool. This one is a giant doily, and I managed to sew around the pockets so that they are still accessible as well. I have red tile going down the sleeve, both of them. And on the back is the same design that was on the tan sweater, but I wanted to see how it would look with red ink on the black sweater. That one took so long to hand sew. I've got this one, this is the front. I've got some of the tile designs and then the rabbit, and then same tiles and rabbit on the sleeves. And then the back is a big doily as well. The last hoodie that I have was definitely more experimental. I think I'm happy with how it turned out. I hope somebody will like it. But here's the front. And then I just put one tile on the sleeves as kind of like an elbow patch. And then the back is a moon spiral. When I printed it, I kept all the moons upright. And so now I'm afraid that it just looks like a really bad pattern job. I should have spiraled the moons as they went around the spiral, but I will do that in a later edition. And for a while, I've had a vision of putting a patch or a small doily on the front of like a baby t-shirt. Not a t-shirt for babies, but a small t-shirt, you get it. And so I ordered 2 baby tees just to experiment for this market and see if there's a grab for them. So I just have a size small and a size medium. If they're a hit, I will get more inclusive sizes. Here's one of them. It's so cute when it's worn. I will show you a clip, but I think it turned out really well. And then I did one with one of my lino patches as well. I think they're cute. I hope other people think they're cute. So all of that stamping and hand sewing has taken me pretty much all of last week and most of today. So now I need to take some photos of these just so I can keep a record of them, pack them up, and label them so that they're all ready for my market, which is in 4 days. Who makes these beautiful things?
I don't know. Where is he?
Who is it? You're gonna be YouTube famous.
Yay!
For my 4 subscribers. That market was so fun. I mean, it's honestly so fun every single time that I do it. I think this is the 4th year that I've participated in the Vintage Barn Market. They have one in November and one in April, and I've done the November one 4 times, and the April one, this would have been my 2nd time doing it. I sold 3 out of my 4 hoodies, both of my baby tees, and the sun catchers that Kathleen and I made together, she made 8 of them. We only have 3 left, and the 4 necklaces that she made, we sold out of all of them. So it's more than I could have ever asked for. I'm so grateful that people are liking what I'm making, and it's always so fun to meet people at the market and talk art with them. Doing markets is honestly one of my favorite things that I do. I also wanted to say a big thank you to Sierra, who brought me a gift. They said that they found it at an antique store and the art style reminded them of my art, and so they wanted to give it to me. And it's like an actual, genuine 1920s Art Nouveau workbox. I have tried to research this online, and there's many of them that are circulating the internet, but not a lot of information out there. The only information that we know about this box for sure is Sierra pointed out that there's some pencil etching in the back that has faded a lot, but it says, "This box was purchased in December 1923. We're curious what a workbox actually consists of. It's just some compartments on the top, and then you can take those out, and then the box itself is empty. I wonder if it's meant to hold sewing equipment, but I need to touch up the hinges, and then I might use it to hold a few little trinkets on my desk. So I just wanted to say a huge thank you to Sierra. This was a very thoughtful and sweet gift and brought me a lot of joy, so thank you. Also, please check out Sierra's work. They were also a vendor at the Vintage Barn Market, and they make linocuts as well. Specifically fish, which was a huge hit at the market, so check out Sierra's work. Also, just before April ended, I got a package from a publisher that I worked with back in September. I had the honor of illustrating a few pieces for a Lucy Lane Clifford book that was going to be translated into Italian by this publisher that I will not pronounce because I don't speak Italian. But my copy of the book finally arrived. I have opened it already, but I wanted to show you here as well. Here she is. It is bound so beautifully. I love the way it feels. They also left me a very sweet note. I have seen my work in magazines before, in DIY zines, but seeing my work in an actual published book is such a cool feeling that it's so very surreal to me to see my name here as the illustrator, and here in the back as well. It's very, very cool. I will have the info for this book in my description. It is in Italian because it's by a small Italian publishing house. And lastly, I wanted to mention that for the month of April on my Patreon, I made a day in my studio vlog. This vlog is a 34-minute video that covers an average Tuesday in my studio. On that day, I worked on the illustrated piece that you saw in the beginning of this video, but I show a lot more footage of me working on that in that Patreon video. I also show some stickers that I'm making for my shop update, which will be in June, and I go into detail of how I make my stickers and how I edit them and the process of turning my art into stickers. So if you're not sick of watching me yet, you can hop over to my Patreon and sign up for the Field Notes tier, and you'll get access to that video as well as 2 years worth of digital downloads. Also a very important update, Walter's birthday was last week, April 29th, and my patrons got holographic Walter stickers. At the time of editing and posting this, there are only 5 left in my shop. So if you want an exclusive holographic Walter sticker to celebrate his 5th birthday, I highly recommend you hop over to my Patreon shop and snag one of those. Anywho, I hope you're having a great start to your day, your month, whenever you're watching this, and I will be here at the end of May with another video for you. Bye!